Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Brenton, and I'm just going to do a short devotion on Proverbs 21, verse 21. Now, Proverbs has so many amazing things unfolding, just so much wisdom in there, and every time I read it, I learn something new. So, Proverbs 21:21, this is the one I came across today. It says, "Whoever pursues righteousness and unfailing love will find life, righteousness, and honor." Now, you look at it, and on its surface, it seems pretty straightforward. It's quite easy to understand. Whoever pursues righteousness, unfailing love will find life, righteousness, and honor. That seems quite straightforward. But I thought I'm going to dive into it a little bit deeper and think about it beyond just the surface level, because it's very easy just to breeze past it and think, yep, cool, and move on. The way I tackled it is I decided to look up the keywords and the definitions. The first one, righteous. So what does it mean to be righteous? So the dictionary would tell you that it means acting in accord with divine or moral law, or being free from sin. So avoiding sin, doing the right thing. So another definition said being morally right or justifiable. The second word, unfailing love. The definition for that, there wasn't really a definition in the dictionary that I looked up, but I just reflected on it myself, and I thought an unfailing love to me is a type of love where there is no instance where there stops being love. So that's what I thought unfailing love meant. To find life, again, this is another one that I didn't necessarily look up, but to me, finding life, as I reflected on it, gives a sense of purpose. So someone who finds their life, finds their purpose, finds fulfillment, joy, ready to tackle life's challenges without fear. Now, normally when you describe someone as being full of life, that's how you picture them. You picture them as this lively person who just is excited about everything, is ready to tackle challenges, has a life that seems to be full of fulfillment and purpose. And that's kind of the imagery that I get from this. So finding life, so finding that fulfillment, finding that joy, and being able to tackle those challenges. And then honor. So the definition for honor is, there's a few definitions, but one is having a good name, or developing a certain reputation. So the way other people perceive you, and a showing of merited respect. So having honor means you have a certain level of respect for having a good name and the reputation that you've developed, in a sense. And it's often quite linked in with our integrity. So you hear the two words together, honor and integrity, quite often. Integrity being doing the right thing whilst nobody else is looking. So always doing the right thing. And with that comes honor. So that's kind of, for me, developing a picture of what it means of developing those things. So whoever pursues righteousness and unfailing love will receive those things, will be righteous. They'll be free from sin. They'll be morally right, justifiable. And actually, I think it's talking about being right in God's eyes as well, not just how the earth sees, people see what is right and wrong, but being right in God's eyes. Then we'll find that life, that fulfillment, this joy and this purpose in our lives when we have that unfailing love tied in with this pursuing of righteousness. Now notice that it says righteousness and unfailing love. I think if it had just said one or the other, it would be a little bit differently, because I think it's important, that word "and." Because if you are completely righteous, you do nothing wrong, but you don't have love, then what's the point? So if you don't do anything out of love and purely to basically have good standing, then that's essentially what the Pharisees did. You're doing it because of you want that reputation, you want that recognition, without actually doing it out of love. Now, this was, I was going to do this separately, but I thought it actually reminded me and tied in well with what I'm talking about now, and it's from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 1 to 7. So if I speak in tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to the hardship that I may boast but do not have love, I gain nothing. So at the end of the day, you can be somebody who is, in essence, does nothing wrong, but if you have no love, then all of that means nothing. All of the good things that we do don't mean anything if there's no love behind it. And on the flip side, you could have all of this unfailing love, but actually, and good intentions, but not be righteous. And something I thought of in my head, for example, was choosing to steal for your family. Let's say you're a poor family, and you resorted to stealing food from other people in order to feed your own family. Now, that might be something that is, you might be doing that out of pure intentions to help your family out, but it is not right, because you're actually putting those other people out. You're thinking about yourself and not actually loving others by stealing and taking what is rightfully theirs. So maybe not the best example, but my point is, you can have the best intentions but still do things that are wrong. And so you need to be able to have the wisdom to make good choices whilst doing them with love. So I hope that makes sense. Now, also, the last thing is the word pursue, pursuing them. And I think these are all things that we have to work at. So righteousness and unfailing love, they're things that they don't just happen overnight. They take time to be able to learn right from wrong, to be able to know what is, to develop righteousness, and love is something that we have to constantly work at as well. I think for me personally, and everyone, there are certain situations where you just think, I just want to do what's right for me at the moment. But love is going, well, actually, the other person matters too, and I'm gonna do what is right for them. And so it's a thing that we constantly have to work at. It's not something that is just going to come to us. We can't just sit there and wait for those things to come to us. We need to actively pursue them, keep learning, keep aiming to make ourselves better, so that we can chase after this life where we feel righteousness and honor and respect, and just have this amazing fulfillment and joy, and able to take on life's challenges. So work hard at it. Anyway, that's it for me. That's my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed it.